What's up, everybody? This is Angel Ghost Girl here, and today we're going to be doing a Haunted Reads episode, which is a video where I'm going to read to you, like, different, like, ghost or, ghost books about ghosts, like, pretty much books about the paranormal or even magazines about the paranormal. Right now we are reading I Am Haunted, Living Life Through the Dead by Zach Bagans. So it's like that. There. And right now we are on page 252, chapter 36. This chapter is called Go to the Light. Freeing your spirit is not that easy. If there's one criticism I get tired of hearing as a paranormal investigator is this: you don't tell spirits to go to the light. You need to tell more spirits to go to the light. To me, this is more irritating than a pineapple enema. The people who say this have been programmed by movies and TV shows that portray a false image of a psychic medium directing wayward spirits move toward a bright white light that they somehow keep missing. I don't mean this as an attack on psychic mediums, but I keep hearing about mediums who use public forums and blogs to establish the presence of a mysterious light that spirits need to dive into to find peace. They have created this go to the light urban legend that the general public believes in and keeps reminding me to follow. People think psychic mediums are experts on freeing trapped spirits by giving them simple directions, which I just don't buy. It's not as easy as that. The go to the light phenomenon has sparked a debate among groups within the paranormal community, but ultimately, and let me stress this, what happens when people die is unknown. Only God knows what happens to us in the afterlife, and only He knows whether or not there's a spotlight that we're all required to step through. Based on hundreds of investigations and years of research, I have strong belief about it, but I could be completely wrong, and I admit that. And so could everyone else. Since it's nearly impossible to prove anything in this field, everything is a belief or a theory. But at least paranormal investigators like myself collect evidence, postulate theories, and try to test them through observation, trial, and error. Psychic mediums, not so much. Don't get me wrong, I've known many psychic mediums, and I trust a few of them, especially Chris Fleming, Debbie Constantino, and Michael and Marty Perry, whom I love working with. Real psychic mediums like these have a gift, a sense that I believe the rest of us lack, but not every psychic medium does. A lot of them are faking the funk and exaggerating their abilities. I'm not like that. I don't see spirits. I damn sure don't tell people things like someone whose name starts with the letter P is here in the room with us, and he's very happy to see you. That's either offering false hope or flat out lying. I believe that a lot of self-proclaimed psychic mediums do shotgun blast readings to get a response. They go in front of a group of people and start mentioning letters or numbers and see who responds, knowing that someone will react. It's the law of averages, or scamming 101 at work. If you throw out a series of random facts into a crowd, like, is there someone here who lost a father who smoked? Of course you will find someone who fits that description. The medium picks out a mark, and then it's a game of questions to pull the wool over everyone's eyes. It's a scam. I saw a clip of Long Island medium Teresa Caputo on Anderson Cooper's show, where she did a shotgun blasting reading that went very badly. No one was convinced, and even Cooper seemed disappointed. Can you say karma? Like I said, this isn't an attack on psychic mediums, and I'm not saying that all of them are frauds, but there's a clear divided line between the real ones and the fake ones. The fake ones always get caught, which is sweet justice, but still tragic for the field. They toy with emotionally traumatized people for profit and give the paranormal community a bad name. Picking out a stranger and opening up old wounds is wrong, especially when they say they're making content with a deceased family member. I don't think any of their exploits should be covered in the media as miracles or even success stories. There are good PMFs and bad PMFs, just like there are good PIs and bad PIs. The bad ones need to be called out and exposed, like Sylvia Brown was in 2003. Amanda Berry, a 16-year-old girl from Cleveland, went missing. Desperate for answers, Berry's family turned to Brown in 2004 for a spiritual answer on the Montel Williams show. What did Brown do? She told the family that Amanda was dead, and they gave up hope, even when the FBI said that she could still be alive. Berry's family believed Brown and cleared out Amanda's room to put the memory of their daughter to rest. Then in 2013, Amanda was found alive in the basement of Ariel Castro with two other girls he'd held captive for more than 10 years. Brown apologized, and the Berry family even forgave her, but in my eyes, Brown did a horrible thing. When dealing with the relatives of people who have died, PMS shouldn't say a damn word about whether or not their family member have passed on through the next world, or happy or unhappy, or anything really. It is wrong. And anyone who speaks out a medium should be prepared for pain. A bad PM with multiply you until your wallet runs dry. So I strongly caution anyone thinking of consulting a bad psychic like Sylvia Brown. I do believe that there are gifts through, you just have to find the right one. So back to going to the light. 10 times a week, people ask me, how come you never tell spirits to go to the light? Because I don't think it is true. Spirits are intelligent. You can't just tell them to go to the light and instantly free them from their painful purgatory and enable them to move on to the next world. You can't just say, go to the light, and spark an empathy. The spirits don't just say, oh, you mean after 40 years of wandering around this room, all I have to do is walk into the bright light that's been on this whole time? Damn, I don't think that's how it works. So instead of telling a spirit to go to the light, I try to connect and communicate. Every spirit has things to say. Spirits need to be heard and know that living people can hear them. That's how I believe they are freed. They don't need driving directions, they need to talk. At Hillview Manor near Pittsburgh, I communicated with a spirit named Alicia. I was using the SB7 spirit box and asked, what is your name? She said, Alicia. Then she said, can I ask you a question? I said, yeah. She said, let us hear. I knew that she wasn't at rest because she wanted someone to hear her voice and feel her pain. When she said the word here, I could tell that she was crying or in complete sadness. This exchange of intelligence communication with the spirit of Alicia broke my heart, because I could feel her emotions transfer through me. As we shared the moment, only she and I truly understood its meaning for the both of us. To this day, this is one of the most special moments I've ever had during an intelligent interaction with a spirit. We talked for a while, and eventually I could feel her move on. I could sense that she left the room, and I believe she passed on to another world. Did she go to heaven? I don't know, but she was. And I show when he was at that place in Pittsburgh. The Hillview Manor changed everything for the SP7 spirit box. So that's what it says at the bottom. Let's try to get to the next page. Definitely gone, and I never told her to walk into a light. As an empath, I felt her emotions connect with mine in a way that no one else could ever comprehend. I wanted to cry, yet I felt something beautiful had happened because she found closure. She just needed someone like me to talk to her and hear her and share her pain. My energy and that connection are what finally freed her. Talking to spirits is how you release them. Listening to them is how you help them cross over. Think about it in terms of real life. If you're in a state of depression or pain, what helps you move on from the state? Talking it out. Sitting down with a psychologist, therapist, friend, teammate, or whomever is therapy. People go to a support group to talk to other people about their problems because that's where the healing happens. We all have the gift of being able to heal people by talking to them, listening or to their problems, and helping them get through them. People who care get on the same emotional wavelength with those who are suffering. People always say, I'm on the same wavelength as this person, or I really made a connection with that person. During times of very good or very bad emotions, there's a reason for that. It's because people connect with other people. The night at the Hillview Manor, I was the same emotional wavelength as Alicia. I could feel her sadness and was nearly in tears when we connected. That's how I helped her move on. She didn't move on because I said, hey Alicia, go to the light. If it was that easy, we'd all walk around all day saying it. We'd all be healers. And the spirits would be like, cool, did it. Later, then everyone could do this job. And trust me, it's just not that easy. So now we're going to start the next chapter. And the next chapter, go to the next page, is 259. And this chapter is 37. Chapter 37 is called Haters. People love to win, but hate a winner. We've all seen them, people who just can't stand to see others people succeed. It doesn't matter if you're a great actor accepting an Oscar or a great janitor accepting a mobster. If you're good at what you do and get recognized for it, someone will hate you. After years of dealing with the kind of concept, all I can say is don't feed the trolls. I've worked very hard to get where I am. I struggled for many years and had to keep my chin up when so many people told me that I had no future. I went through a lot of bad stuff before I finally found what I was passionate about and built a brand around it. Ghost Adventures connected me to a lot of people who are like me, obsessed with knowing more about the paranormal and helping those who have had an unexplained experience cope with them. I'm not about to step aside from all of that just because someone hates me. If you think I'm that weak, then we've seriously misjudged me. Or you've seriously misjudged me. When Ghost Adventures became a success, a lot of bad people tried to make my achievements away from me. Or tried to take my achievements away from me. They took notice of me and the size of my fan base and tried to bring me down. Were haters, bullies, and trolls with black hearts and no ethics, and a lot of people tried to get at the things I worked hard to earn while doing something I am passionate about. It really made jaded about people made me jaded about people. I admit it. Old acquaintances noticed I didn't say friends, tried to get things like money or fame, or wanted to use my fan base to promote every single thing they did, and got mad when I didn't provide them. I've worked hard for my success. Why do I owe them anything? Why do they try to take the things I've earned? I love my job for many reasons, but one big reason is that when I'm filming on location, I am free from society and distasteful things that come with it. I get to get away and block out everything. I got to my island when I was not filming Ghost Adventures. I'm at home living in the here and now, but it seems that the more successful my shows, albums, movies, and books are, the more people try to get at me and use me for my money. And they don't just try to steal what I have, but also what I have made. Copycat shows and books have popped up everywhere. I learned very quickly that the more creative you are, the more protective you have to be of your work. Even within the paranormal community, there are haters who attack us. Their TV show failed after one season because they weren't passionate or knowledgeable enough to carry it. So they start shit with me. Sorry about the cuss word. My crew and our fans in order to feel important again. It's pathetic. They spread hate towards us when in reality they're unhappy with their own lives. We don't usually return to the bashing, but sometimes I can't help myself. I say enough is enough, especially when the haters attack the fans and return the barb. But in the end, all Squashable really does is give the field a bad name. I don't know if I said that right, but well. Paranormal investigation will never be taken seriously as the science if we play reindeer games. We're professionals, not actors hired to play them. We leave that to the other paranormal shows. Everyone has a different reason for hating. Maybe someone got beaten to the punch by someone else in the same field. Maybe someone else was being considered for a role on a paranormal show when I came along and took it. Maybe they don't like my hair or the way I speak. Maybe they don't believe in ghosts and want to tear me down because I do. Maybe they are just plain jealous. You may not like what I do. You may not like me personally. You may not like the color black, and that's fine. I don't like clowns and avoid them at all costs, but I don't ridicule people who dress up as clowns and try to make kids smile at birthday parties and circuses. Everyone has their own reason for doing what they do. It is a personal thing. That is a part of them. Haters actually help us in a way because they create buzz and get people talking about the show. The funny thing is, they stop chimpering once you confront them. It's amazing how quickly people will back down when they come face to face with the person they hate. I used to get angry about haters, but that's what they want. They want to see you blow your top and go off on a photographer or autographer seeker while their buddies film it and then put it on Vine, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and every other media outlet they can in hopes that TMZ will pick it up and they will get famous themselves. How chronic is that? To be honest, I don't understand why some people get so obsessed with hurting me that they spend their energy trying to tear me down. Am I that irritating, or do they just have nothing else whatsoever to do? I wish they'd take all of the dedication and focus it into something positive, like cleaning up a beach or saving an abandoned animal. The big drawback of being well known is that I can't give everyone my personal attention. I used to respond to everyone who wrote me, tweet me, or whatever, but then my life turned into a cable cable guy movie. Once I gave the obsessive types some attention, they wouldn't leave me alone. It ruined it for everyone else. People think I should be held to a different standard because I am a TV show host, but I just can't do it. I can't come home from filming for 3 to 5 days and spend 10 more hours a day on the computer answering messages from fans. I try to tweet out short responses to good questions, but I can't respond to everyone, especially when I'm asked the same question over and over again. Zach, what's your favorite investigation? I get that one 20 times a day. Am I typically entertainment guy who ignores his fans? No, but there simply aren't enough hours in the day for me to respond to every request. I'm sorry for that, but it is the unfortunate truth, and it breeds haters. I love my fans to death as long as they're not totally creepy like the one I described in chapter 32, Crazy Fans. My fans are the best people in the world, and I truly enjoy interacting with the ones who understand boundaries. But when they don't, it just makes me want to stay indoors, sharpen sticks, and wait for the end of the world. A fan once got too obsessed and things went south very quickly to the point where I had to get a restraining order. Haters also make it hard to determine whom to trust. When I meet someone for the first time, I can't tell whether they're genuinely interested in me and what I do, or whatever they just want something from me, like an invitation to be on the show or tickets to the next UFC fight. Since I've lived in Vegas, I'm never sure who's telling me the truth and who's just telling me what they think I want to hear. Are people being fake so that they can be close to me, or are they being real? It's hard to tell sometimes. There are definitely people who act differently around me. They're usually more nervous than they should be, which is always a bad sign. And since I am an empath, I can feel it. Most people can't hide who they are around me. So are you guilty of this yourself? Be honest. It's not an accusation, but a question. Have you gotten obsessed with a TV person, literally, and wanted to so badly be around him or her that you sacrificed who you are? Or do you hate successful people and watch an unbeaten sports team just to see them lose? Do you watch Floyd Mayweather fight just so you can be there when someone finally dishes him a dose of failure and see the look on his face when he has to admit that he's not perfect? It's not weak to admit that you have these kinds of tendencies. In fact, if you do, then you're one step closer to knowing yourself, and that's much more important in life than you might think. It's only human to want to see successful people fail, but I honestly don't. I've been there, and I know what it's like on this side of the velvet rope. I've swum that river and climbed out onto the far shore of a different person. I don't hate the successful people of the world. In fact, I want to see them succeed. If they're talented and work hard, then why hate them for it? Isn't that the piece of the American pie we all want to so badly eat? All the haters out there need to know one great truth about me. As long as there are enough people who like what I do, I'll continue to dedicate myself to them and let the rest stew in their own hate. And that is all for today. If you like these kind of videos, then like and subscribe. And until next time, everybody, let's get haunting to people. Till next time, see y'all next time, and keep up a good fight, a good haunt.